everyone, and welcome back. My name is Hollee Baird, and I'm a data and analytics technical advisor here at Novi Labs. Today, I'm going to be looking at the Permian's Delaware Basin and focusing on the well status tab, where Novi tracks every well through its whole life, from permit to spud, to completion, to producing, to plugged. And new in this release, drilled but uncompleted wells, otherwise known as DUCs, get their own status. Let's use it to read the basin's near-term supply. So I'm filtered to the Delaware subbasin, looking at horizontal and U-turn wells, with the map colored by well status. Everything, all 49,000 wells. Most of that is history. So we have 28,000 active producers, plus the inactive and plug wells behind them. So let me go ahead and clear out the active and the inactives, as well as the plug wells, and keep just the wells that haven't produced a barrel yet. That's approved and submitted permits, spuds, DUCs, and completed wells waiting on first production. Clicking on those filters, hit apply. That leaves around 7,000 wells. Every one of these represents future supply, and now the map shows exactly where the next wave of Delaware production lands. So what makes this view useful is that each status tells you how far a well is producing. The permits are the long game. That's about 5,000 approved and submitted. And history says that plenty of those will never get drilled at all, but a lot of them will. The 1,250 spudded wells are closer. Those turn into production over the next few quarters. And the closest are the wells that are drilled or completed and just waiting. That's 150 DUCs and 662 completed wells that need nothing but a frac crew or a hookup to start flowing. So one chart covers everything from next month to years out. A quick word on the new DUC status, because it's one you can't read straight off a state website a lot of the time. A DUC is a drilled but uncompleted well, a finished hole waiting on a frac crew. The fastest inventory besides those completed wells in the basin. And a keyword is drilled past tense. A spudded well might still have a rig on it. It might have just the vertical section drilled. Calling a well a DUC takes knowing the drilling actually ended, and that's data work we've shipped recently. So we pulled rig release dates out of remarks on well filings, and when a well has a rig release date, but no completion record and no job and frac focus, it shows up here as a DUC. Up top, I've got the DUC chart, so we will make this full screen, and it's on a monthly view broken out by operator. Hovering over these little bars tells me exactly how many DUCs each operator had at that month in time. So through late 2025, it's a handful a month, and then it builds through the spring of 2026 here. And May is the biggest month in the chart. See May right here, with nearly 30 DUCs for that month. That purple band is Permian Resources with 15 DUCs for the month of May. They've been drilling faster than they're completing, and looks like they're building a backlog. So when an operator stacks DUCs like that, they're banking on wells that they can bring on quickly whenever they decide the time is right. Now we'll move to the bottom chart, and this is a new addition to Novi Insights, looking at the ability to look at all statuses at the same time. It's the same pipeline. It's grouped by operator again. Devon is way out front with about 1,300 wells in some stage of becoming a producer. And most of that bar is the dark green. That's the permit bank. Let me turn on the legend here. I'll hit apply so we can see what those colors represent. So again, most of that is the permit bank. Over 1,000 deep for Devon, the biggest in the basin. Permian Resources is second, and they're the DUC leader. Right here, you can see this blue band with 28 DUCs. EOG is kind of running a different program. Over 200 wells are spudded. The biggest active drilling program out there for the Delaware Basin, and has 21 DUCs behind it. ExxonMobil has 150 spudded wells, 143 spudded wells. Every operator's bar has its own shape, and the shape tells you how they're building their production runway. And what this means for you, if you're on the A&D side and an investor or in midstream, this is how you see momentum before it ever shows up in a production chart. A DUC count is production that can switch on quickly. A spud count is in the next 2 quarters or so. A permit bank can be years, or we may never see that production at all. So you're reading each operator's future one screen from the regulatory data. So that's the well status view. Strip the basin down to those 7,000 wells that haven't produced yet and read the data. Permits are years out, spuds are quarters, and DUCs, now their own status in Novi, are the wells that can turn on next month. So production charts tell you what happened, status charts tell you what's next. Thanks for joining today.